Americans are seriously underreacting to everything that is going on. If institutions are crumbling, it will eventually impact you individually. Americans are seriously underreacting to everything that is going on. If institutions are crumbling, it will eventually impact you individually. And I'm not sure how there's a collective denial in the US. It's like if you're sitting in a building and it's on fire and you're just sitting there like, well, I'm fine. It won't actually impact me. I mean, sure, those people over there are getting burned and these people are getting burned and they're running around acting crazy, yelling, everything's on fire. But I'm fine. I mean, nothing can touch me. I was born here.
Again, I was going to make a Donald Trump video this morning, but I just simply cannot. This is not funny. This is not funny. And the biggest thing that I'm having a problem with right now is that we're not holding white people accountable enough for me. Okay, because this is y'all's mess. The white men and their fragile egos, what Donald Trump is doing right now with trying to deploy the military against the U.S. citizens, trying to make himself the dictator, bringing in fascism. We've seen all this before. We've seen Hitler. We've seen Putin. We've seen different leaders come in and utilize these same tactics. This stuff is not new, but y'all are not outraged enough for me. And part of the problem is that the Christian church is supporting this, okay? We're not holding our brothers and sisters in Christ accountable. We're not holding the white Americans accountable. We had 6 mass shootings over the weekend, all white men, all filled with rage and hate. And we're acting like that the danger in our cities is minorities and immigrants. It is white men. It is the male fragile ego. It is patriarchy that is putting this country under attack. And we're acting as though it's business as usual. We're like, oh, rent still due. Oh, I still got to be at work. Oh, y'all not coming to my kid's birthday party. Like, when are we going to wake up and actually stand against this? And it is the white people's responsibility. I'm not saying black people need to take to the streets. We did what we were supposed to do. We did not vote this person in. But at the same time, we have to plan for when the white people fail us, as they often do, as they always do. What are we going to do about the country crumbling and about tyranny and fascism coming in? Because we're going to be the sacrificial lambs, as we always are. We have to start thinking about having our own things. We have to start thinking about when the country fractures. This has happened over every civilization. Like, at some point we'll crumble, and we're acting like America is beyond crumbling because of our own delusional ego. But at the same time, what about the future of our children and our children's children? Like, can y'all get out of church long enough to wake up and figure out what are we going to do when Jesus doesn't come back and save us and the world is still crumbling? We're not looking for solutions. We're just waiting to be rescued. And the cognitive dissonance is killing us. We're still supporting evangelicals who voted for Trump, who are standing up for Donald Trump, and we're not drawing a line in the sand. In our churches right now, we're sitting next to and waving hands with people who are voting for and are supporting Donald Trump. We're not standing. We're talking about if CeCe Winans didn't make it, then the rapture didn't come. CeCe Winans voted for Donald Trump. CeCe Winans stands for Donald Trump. Huh? Okay, when are we going to admit that our theology is flawed, our politics is flawed, our policies are flawed? Y'all got CeCe Winans on a pedestal of Christianity. She supports Donald Trump. When are we going to draw the line? Maybe, just maybe what we have been told has been a lie. Maybe what we have been taught has been flawed, and it's time for us to rethink some things, because we're coming to a fast and furious end. Hello. Are y'all not seeing what's going on in the world today? Are y'all just too busy worrying about whether you're going to get a sew-in for the fall or not?
They voted for the fire, and now they're shocked the smoke reached their side of town. Now, let me take you back to November 5th, 2024, while 85% of Black America screamed, "Don't do this," the rest of the country said, "We know better." They voted for ICE in their neighborhoods, for healthcare stripped away, for schools defunded. They voted for strong man because they thought his fist would only land on our faces. But here's what they forgot is tyranny doesn't check your voter registration before it defers you. And now as 300,000 black women lose their jobs in 2 months, as citizens get caught in their own deportation machine, we are being asked to save them again. And this time, we're choosing ourselves. And if that makes you uncomfortable, let me tell you why you should be. I have a couple of clips here. I want us to watch them to the very end, and then I'll be back to discuss absolutely everything with you guys.
Y'all ain't mad enough. You're not quite taking this serious yet. I think there's still a little denial out there amongst so many of you. Congratulations. 7 million people showed up for No King's Day. But why didn't 7 million people show up the next day? And today? And tomorrow? Y'all ain't mad enough. 7 million people, one day a month, isn't going to put the fear in them. Y'all ain't mad enough. Y'all calling for general strikes, but you need unions to organize that. They have the power to shut down vital functions in this country. Hell, and that's even with the unions we have left, because so many of you said you didn't like unions. Now look at you. Y'all ain't mad enough. See, you said you were mad when you saw innocent lives being destroyed in Palestine. Bombs hitting schools and hospitals. You said you were mad when you saw those children being starved to death. You said you were mad when you saw babies being ripped from their parents' arms. People, you say you are mad. But are you really? 7 million people in one day. And that's why y'all stopped it. You claim to be so fucking mad. But y'all ain't mad enough.
Now, just for shits and giggles, and if you follow me, you already know my stance on this, but I'm gonna ask anyway. For all those people that are complaining that black folks are resting, just for shits and giggles, what exactly do you expect us to do? No, seriously, I'm not playing. I really am not. What do you expect black folks to do? What's the magic potion? What's the secret sauce? Because let's be clear, we've been out there. We've protested. We've organized. We've called senators. We've called state representatives. We've voted over and over and over again. Often, while the rules changed to stop us. And in each one of those scenarios, we were always threatened and enforced with violence. But we still voted. We still protested. We still showed up in record numbers. Where were y'all? But I digress. What do you expect black folks to do out there? We've done all the things. And guess what? We've been experiencing what's happening now. Notice I said been. We still are. It never stopped. We've been experiencing this since the foundations of this country. It never stopped. So we changed the strategy this time. We trying something new. Setting our asses down. It's y'all turn. Yeah. Because every time things get bad, everybody turns around and looks for the reinforcement. Where the black folks at? What we gonna do? As if we haven't given generations of our bodies, our voices, our safety. Shit, y'all just downright ungrateful. Yeah, you are. Want us to keep giving. So when you come up with a different strategy, something strategic, something that actually disrupts power, when you actually get angry enough, organize, because we know you know how. When all of that happens, let us know, because we still ain't seen it. But until then, I'm going to keep choosing joy as resistance, rest as resistance, and most importantly, I'm going to keep building in my community. That's not quitting, baby. That's choosing life. And baby, y'all just going to have to get used to it. All right, good people, drink your water, stay rooted, real, and knowledgeable, and mind your Black business. Happy Black History 365. And I'll see you next time.
People got mad at me when I said this is not Black people's fight and that we're on a couch for a reason. And I just want to remind you guys of something. This is a projection of the 2024 presidential election exit polls. And when I say this is not Black people's fight, I say that because 85% of Black people voted for this not to happen. And when you look at all the other races, you can tell that there's a significant amount of votes that could have stopped this from happening. When I said that y'all wasn't out there fighting for us, I'm not talking about the 41% of YT people. I'm not talking about the 52% of Hispanic Latino, the 54% of Asian, the 42% of POCs. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the 57% of YT people that voted for this and the 2% of YTs that voted for somebody completely else. I'm talking about the 46% of Hispanic Latino people that voted for this. 46%, that's dang near 1 in every 2 Hispanics who voted for this. I'm talking about the 39% of Asians. That is a significant amount for this projection. This other is POCs, and this is what gets me is that y'all lump Black people and POCs together. No, we are not together. 54% of POCs voted for this. 54%, that is literally 1 in every 2 POC who voted for that. And don't get me wrong, there's not words created to show how bad I feel about everything that's going on right now. And even though I'm saying this is not our fight, I'm still doing everything I can to show the injustices of what's going on right now. But to say that there aren't enough Black people out there protesting right now is absurd to me because we've been fighting. We've been trying to tell you guys about the injustices of what's going on, and you guys are just now seeing it. So yeah, I still stand on what I said, that Black people need to be on the couch and this is not our fight. But let me know what you guys think. I'll see you in the next one.
Black brothers and sisters out there that are the ones that are posting all this, oh, we just gonna mind our business. And I saw somebody earlier making t-shirts of like a group of like 6 Black people, Black men and women sitting on a bench texting on phones while the country is burning up behind them. Let me explain something to you guys. Let me explain something to you. When they get done with the brown people, they'll be coming after you. And if you don't think that's true, you got another motherfucking thing coming. This is bigger than you, okay? Because let me explain another thing to you. You sit back and watch millions of brown people be kidnapped and removed from this country. When they do come after you, there's going to be nobody left to stand up for you.
Let me tell you something from the continent, from someone watching this American experiment with a clarity of distance and the weight of ancestry. This is not schadenfreude. This is exhaustion wrapped in self-preservation. The 2024 election was not just a political event, it was a mass confession. 57% of white voters, 46% of Hispanic, 39% of Asian, they walked into that booth and said yes to a man who promised nothing but destruction, dressed as protection. They voted for ICE raids, for walls, for erosion of healthcare, bodily autonomy, and public education. And they did it because they truly believed that the violence will stay contained, that the machine would only eat the people they were told to fear. Black America, they voted 5% against this madness. They showed up in record numbers, phones in hand, warnings on their lips, history in their bones. They said, we've seen this before. We know how this ends. They didn't listen. Now, ICE, the agency they cheered for, is unaliving American citizens in their own neighborhoods. The same people who chanted, build the wall, can't afford groceries, can't access healthcare for their pre-existing conditions, watch their schools crumble while billionaires get tax breaks. You know how crazy this sounds. And suddenly they want protest. Now they want organization. Now they need bodies on the front lines. And allow me to be crystal clear about something. That is no longer a black man's job. For centuries, there have been Americans' moral concerns, the sacrificial activists, the ones who bled so others could eat at the same lunch counter, vote in the same booth, breathe the same free air. They warned them about mass incarceration. They warned them about police militarization. Blacks warned them about the fascist playbook being run in real time, and they were called divisive. They were told to get over it. They were told they were playing the race card. Now, here on the continent, we watch America with a specific kind of heartbreak because we see the air codes, the same colonial tactics, the same divide and conquer, the same way power pits the oppressed against each other, while the architects of suffering sip champagne in marble halls. My grandmother and grandfather lived through actual colonization, and she told me when the house is burning, the arsonist will ask you to put out the flames. Don't let them see what fire feels like. That's not cruelty, that's consequence. The Black American strategy of rest as resistance is not laziness, it's strategic genius. It's the refusal to be perpetual shield for people who won't protect you back. It's saying you wanted this system. You voted for this chaos. You reap it. And let us talk about what they really voted for beyond the slogans. They voted for the comfort of hierarchy, for the illusion that proximity to whiteness will save them. Hispanic voters thought, I'm one of the good ones. Asian voters thought model minority means I'm protected. Okay? White evangelicals thought God is on our side. But fascism doesn't have friends, only targets and timelines. The Christian church, specifically the evangelical machine, has blood on its hands. They backed a tyrant because he promised them cultural dominance. They traded the gospel for political power, and now their theology is a smoking rain. Their witness destroyed, their moral authority a punchline. You get it? So you cannot serve both Christ and Caesar. They chose Caesar, and Caesar always devours his loyal soldiers last. So when people ask, why aren't Black Americans protesting? The answer is devastatingly simple. Black Americans have tried to talk to you, but you didn't listen. They've tried organizing. You call them radical. They have tried to warn you. You call them divisive. And now that you're leaving their warnings and they're choosing joy, they're choosing community, they're choosing to build their own tables instead of begging for crumbs at yours. And this is not quitting. This is revolutionary survival, because the truth they don't want you to know is institutions are not immortal. Every empire falls, every power tower crumbles, and America is not special. It's just another civilization that chose comfort over justice, tribalism over truth. The building is on fire, and we're not coming back to inside to save you. We are also building something for fireproof, something that doesn't require our children to be martyrs for your education, something rooted in reciprocity, not exploitation. And to my diaspora family watching from London, Toronto, Paris, Johannesburg, Nairobi, this is your reminder. The motherland is still here, still standing, still building. And to those America just now realizing what they've done, this is your mess, kindly clean it. We'll be over here choosing life, because the most revolutionary thing an oppressed people can do is refuse to save their oppressor from themselves. Rest is resistance, and we are finally getting the sleep we deserve. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you in my next video.